that report, I would assume that that report becomes the government report as prepared by the Auditor General, and therefore Mr. Parents has to be taking a suit against the government because it's a government report, regardless who prepared it.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is some inconsistency there, and he pointed it out, the speakers pointed it out to the Prime Minister, whose responsibility it is to submit the report to the House, then they had an option to correct whatever inconsistency there might have been. And so I think that you're correct, Maestro, you're correct, that now everything is put on hold until that issue is cleared up. Now, no telling how long that's going to take to go to court. So you're right, Maestro, you're correct. That stalemates everything. Everything goes on hold until that particular issue is cleared up. I thank you again.
Thanks, House. That's what I feel. Forced that to my position. That's how I interpret it to be. It's 8 o'clock. We do fair and break. Let's take a break and come back.
Hurricane season. Belize's peak hurricane season is here. Be prepared.
Speed and reliability. We are legitimacy. That's smart, LTE. The other guys say they got it, but they don't got it yet. You know we got it, so come and get it. Smart 4G LTE. Woo! Come get it now, come get it now, come get it now, come get it now. See, you can get it on your phone. Get a MiFi, put it in your phone. We got the fastest data in the land. Sign up, get that 4G data plan. LTE. We got it. Woo! We got it. We got it. Woo! Come get it. Now. Get it. Now. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away.
I want to start off this afternoon by thanking our government and thanking the Prime Minister for Petro-Carib funds. We danced to her, Ernesto Bab and the Caribbean Roots Band. We bathed up in the sea. Well, we eat tacos and we eat pibil and we eat barbecue. We had a feast. So if you say some of them come in and they kind of tipsy, they were having a fine time.
There is no more Petro-Carib money. No more money to spend on tacos and rum. And now, the country is suffering from all that wasteful spending. Because of the UDP, Belize is now in a recession. In the first quarter of 2016, the economy contracted by 2%. In the second quarter of 2016, the economy contracted by 1.6%.
When we take into account the first 6 months, the economy has had also a negative performance of 1.5%, or as we are seeing here, basically, it's decreasing substantially by about $14 million.
Mr. Barrow and the UDP squandered hundreds of millions of dollars. What do we have to show for it? The country is in crisis. Mr. Barrow, it is time for you to go.
Alert! It's a deal alert! It's a Benny's deal alert!
At Benny's, you will find deal alerts on a wide selection of paints, including Textralite, featuring extra special pricing on this season's limited edition colors for only $26.99. Deal alert markdowns will also be applied to our complete selection of tiles, lights and fans, appliances, and much, much more. And remember, all Deal Alert purchases will get double tickets to take part in the grand draw on December 24 to win $10,000. For more details, visit Benny's.bz. Benny's, quality and savings.
Every day, I report
The disturbing details of the crimes that plague our streets.
It's hard not to be touched by the reality that affects all of us. But shaking our heads is not enough.
Support an organization that's fighting crime through community outreach, public awareness, education, and institutional strengthening.
Contact Crime Stoppers Belize today at crimestoppersbelize.org.
We all have to work together to create
a safer Belize.
Crime Stoppers
At Crime Stoppers Belize today.
CrimeStoppersBelize.org.
Hey yo, people! A lot of questions to ask, a lot of questions to answer. You see what I'm saying? Oh yes, it's crazy out there. Oh God. Kids having babies out there. Oh God. Tell me if you're feeling no gravity in this impoverished society. Double standard without no equity. Repercussions in a triple tragedy now. So I want you tell me how you're living. I want the people tell me how you're living it now. People tell me how you're living. And tell me if you're happy how you're living it now. Whoa, ain't no betterment under this your crocodile government. You no see the dollars, them no make no sense. Minimum wage just can't pay me rent no. So the people tell me how you're living. And tell me if you happy how you're living it now. People tell me how you're living.
We are back. It is now 6 minutes after 8 o'clock here at the whip, and we're joined by our Deputy Secretary General, Mr. Khaled Montijo. Khaled, good morning. Good to have you.
Yes, good morning, Brother Marsh, Brother Vaughn.
Good
morning, and to our Belizeans at home and in the diaspora, good morning to you guys. Again, it's a privilege to be back, and it's 2 weeks in a row I've done it, so that's good news.
Regular slot.
Yeah, and we're here to share with our Belizean people some of the latest information, especially coming out of the West. I'm going to focus a lot on the West.
Before you go to the West, the BYM convention, who's running and when is it scheduled for? I've seen some excitement around.
All right, yeah, sure.
Yes, and the young people of the party are very excited. I mean, a lot of conversation happening, especially in the West too.
Yeah, we have the BYM convention coming up the 5th of November. Just prior to the BYM convention, though, Brother Vaughn, Brother Marsh, we have the UWG, which is the United Women's Group, and the Marshals Corps. They are meeting this coming Saturday, the 29th.
Okay.
Right, the 29th of October, but there's not going to be any contested convention there. It's going to be an endorsement for both the Marshals,
and the Women, United
UWG, yes. Okay. So those announcements are already out. They are in the newspaper. I'm going to be sending them to Vibes as soon as we are done with the show.
Just endorsement, so who are the people?
Miss Tanya Santos is going to be endorsed as the president of the UWG. Okay. And Mr. Nigel Bilal will be endorsed as the president of the Marshals. Yeah, Belmopan and San Pedro. Yes, sir. Okay. Respectively. But then the BYM, all positions, with the exception of president and vice president, will be endorsed. So for president, we have Mr. Ivan Valencia from Corozal North, that's contesting for that position, along with Mr. Anthony Bedran from Cayo North. So two North. The North and the West North.
And the West North.
Yes, going up this on November the 5th for that convention for president. And then for Vice President, we have Miss Marissa Cervantes from Orange Walk, NERT, and Mr. Karim Adley from Fort George. Fort George.
Okay.
Yes, from Fort George.
Oh, he's going to school down there. Okay.
So these are the guys that's going to be contesting. The chairman had a very good meeting with basically all the nominees that could make it this past Saturday, where they raised all their concerns and questions. He outlined to them the rules of engagement, that they are not to engage in any negative campaigning. Anybody that engages in negative campaigning will be disqualified as a nominee or as a candidate.
Karim Adley Jr.
Karim Adley, well, he's Karim Adley.
Wouldn't be the senior man, junior vice president.
Karim Adley. On the ballot, he wanted the junior removed, so it's Karim Adley.
Okay. No, I just realized that there's a Karim Adley senior.
Smart, man. If Power Son vote for any Karim.
No, so it's gonna. I mean, think out loud just now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting convention on November 5th.
It will be what? Each constituency has 4 votes.
Each constituency has 4 delegates that they can. There are some constituencies that sent us some alternates. Just in case.
So 120,
124.
That's 124 delegates.
Yes,
124
delegates. But what was outlined to them is that the voting will begin promptly at 10 a.m. and it will end at 1 p.m.
Okay.
All right. So when we start the voting at 10 a.m., we are going to go by constituency. So as the constituency is called, the 4 delegates who are from that constituency will be allowed to come up and vote. If perchance the delegates are not there yet, they will have until 1 o'clock to vote.
Okay.
All right. So at 1 p.m. sharp, we'll close the polls, and then we'll begin the reconciliation and the counting of votes.
Right here at Independence
Right here at Independence Hall. The returning officer will be the
10 till 1,
Secretary General. Yes, from 10 to 1. The returning officer for that day, for the convention, the BUM convention, will be our Secretary General, Mr. Linford Castillo. So it's going to be an interesting day. The young people are excited. We have said to them if they want to advertise, they can advertise on any of our media houses, whether it's Vibes TV, Vibes Radio, Belize Times. But the advertisement is open to all 4 candidates who are contesting. All right, so we are not showing any bias toward any candidate. All of them can utilize our media houses. Their advertisement must first come through the office of the Secretary General to make certain that it is fair and not derogatory of anybody, and that it's not a negative campaigning that they are engaged in. So we're looking forward to the young people doing their thing, and we hope that at the end we get a vibrant BYM to continue the work of the People's United Party among the younger population.
Also, Colette, last week there was many activities. The party had a national executive meeting. Also, on Friday they issued a release on the offshore situation. Can you update the public on where the party is? I mean, recently every week about 4 or 5 releases with all the activities happening.
Yes.
Give us an update of where.
Yes, I know that our people are, and I've heard people mention to it even within the party that there's just so much press releases, but the party has to respond to all these issues that's coming out, and the party's position in relation to the offshore drilling hasn't changed. We believe that what Oceana did, and we support Oceana in their bid when they held the referendum. So we are saying to them, let the people of Belize decide. This is too big an issue for just people in the Ministry of the Environment or wherever to make these kind of decisions. Let the people of Belize decide the future of oil exploration in this country. And so that the press release was sent out, as you well know, Van. The wording was very clear. There was some individuals who have contacted me relative to it, and I will be responding to them later on today. In regards to that very matter.
And I know out of the national executive meeting last week, the party has decided that it will take part in the Senate inquiry.
Yes.
I think that was one of the major decisions
yes.
that the executive took.
Yes, and that was big, because initially the party had sort of held back because of the composition and the TOR, the terms of reference, as it pertains to it. But we've come a long way. And I heard you guys discussing it just before I came on here. We've come a long way from no Senate inquiry. You understand me, Marsh? To House and Senate Select Committee, to Senate Select Committee with 3 UDPs, to 2 UDPs, to now one of them being the chairman of the Senate Select Committee, so that he has no vote, so that now the composition is basically back to the 5, to the 1-1-1-1-1, you know. So I think the party looked at that, and the Honorable John Briceño in his press brief rightly explained the entire matter, that yes, the party will be participating owing to the fact that the senator for the business partners participates. I think that was the condition, that was the only condition that was outlined there. All right, so like you guys were rightly saying also that it appears Michael Perfit wants to try to stonewall the process, which is ridiculous. You know, he's suing on his name coming up with one minor issue. For him to stonewall a process that is of such national importance is pathetic. I think he needs to be more responsible on this, and we have to call him out, because what he's doing is bordering on insanity, man.
Well, Khalid, I think he underestimates the climate and the current times that we are living in, and the intelligence of the Belizean people. They can't miscalculate the people at this time. In the past, you could have done stuff like that and get away with it. Trust me, it's not same old anymore.
Yeah,
it's not the same old.
And then he's going to go after the Auditor General, and he's going to go after the Attorney General.
Well, the thing is,
which is the Attorney General right now, she has her hands full dealing with the issue at the Ministry of Natural Resources that are coming up day by day. Come on, Michael. What you are about to do, people will see right through you, and therefore the appeal is very straightforward. And I can say that not from a political standpoint, but from a Belizean standpoint. We want, and the people have demanded that we have this Senate inquiry, right? The people are asking for better accountability, for good governance, for transparency. You do not have the authority, man, to stonewall this process. Let the process proceed, and like the Prime Minister rightly said, let the stones fall where they may. Come on, man. All right, it's just one basic appeal we can make to him, and I know he'll be hearing from many other people, not so much from myself.
Speaking of the Speaker,
you
know, over this weekend on his Facebook account there was a dirty thing posted. Anytime he's having pressure, he look like he can go and posting, and then half hour later come and say, "Oh, somebody hacked my Facebook account," and then 1 hour later he got back on control their account. He did it after that incident when Julius was kicked out, when he posted some nasty things.
Yes.
And he posted some anti-LGBT issue and posted a song, a very inflammatory song against the LGBT community over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then half hour later he came on and said, "Oh, they hacked my account, but I got back control." I mean, something is mentally something is wrong with this guy.
Yeah, you can be assured. The way he performs in the House is bordering on insanity. I'm not saying he's insane. It's bordering on insanity.
I know going there. I know going there.
You know, he got so bad over the weekend that Caleb Orozco went out and put Perfit in check over the weekend. Then he come back on and said, "Boy, I just Michael Perfit, just call me." Perfit called Caleb to clear up that, "Oh, they hacked my account." The same thing you tell the time when they gone off for Julius. The same thing. "Boy, Julius, they hacked my account. That not me. But I got back control now. I want to delete it."
The man have full control.
Come on, man. I don't know where you depend on weekend, but then chill anything, man. Or take away your Facebook access when you drink or do what you do.
Yeah.
But this can't go on like this. I assume that you're going after Dorothy Bradley next.
That's what he said. He's going to sue both. All right. So, but be that what it may, he has no right whatsoever, and the Prime Minister should not allow him to stonewall this process. All right. No, Brother Van. Let me. I'll start out with how our Petro-Carib dollars were spent. All right. Brother Van, you familiar with the Victor Galvez Stadium at the top of the hill, at the roundabout going towards Benke?
That's the one going up the Cahill pitch.
Yes, right. Just before Cahill pitch.
What do they use it for?
Yes, 2 basketball courts.
A running track.
A little running track. A little small
stage-like thing.
Football field sort of Wally stage thing. $5 million is what was spent.
Out of petrol.
Now, Brother Marsh, I am no valuator, but you talk to anybody that knows anything about constructing basketball court, blah, blah, blah. No more than $1 million was spent there. It's on the ground, no more than $1 million. All right? That is why the People's United Party has called for a full audit of the Petro-Carib funds,
Yeah.
Full audit. Then, if you go down the Joseph Andrews Drive into Kaya Northeast, because that was Kaya North. Go into Kaya Northeast now, there's this little shed over a basketball court.
Falcon
Field.
Where the fans sit down outside.
Yes, where the fans sit down outside.
In the sun or rain. Only the court covered.
$2 million.
Yeah, but you know what happened, Khaled?
Uh-huh.
There was a big sign when the construction, when they go and say project funded by the Republic of China and Taiwan.
Yeah.
So,
$5 million
for
Petro-Carib
$5 million for
Victor
Galvez.
$2 million.
$2 million for Dali Shed.
But
minus name, Marsh?
Falcon Field. But the Falcon Field sign with the up was that the project is funded by the Republic of China and Taiwan. That's no Petro-Carib money.
Okay. Now let's go on. Dakayo Northeast. Now let's go to Dakayo Central. The Santa Elena Stadium, right? Project far from complete, Project is far from complete.
Well, let me do that in Santa Elena.
Oh, that was supposed to be a FIFA approved football field, basketball court with, and then running track.
Okay.
Far from complete. And already in the ground, from the report I got, is 8.2 million.
8.2?
8.2 million.
Well, the field is there already.
Yes.
I mean, all they had to do is improve on the field.
No.
They had the basketball court already.
Note the numbers.
8.2 for which one?
That's the Santa Elena. That's far
7
from
and
complete.
8.2, that 15.2 million.
Yes.
Man, you just pull up them figures there.
No. They are the figures that they give me.
You just give it.
I started right.
It's 15.2.
Figures. Now go to Benke. That's Kaya West.
Marshall Lake.
All right, Marshall Lake. Just start. Far from complete. The field are missing. Can't even use it.
Yeah,
there's
it's
no.
not ready yet.
They're using a field in the new area of Benke now. That's where they have to go and play football.
We probably got a competition with Erwin and the mayor.
Yeah.
Christmas
But
Cup.
Marshall Lake Stadium.
How much?
I am told that over 3 million already in Marshall Lake.
18 point something.
All right.
Million.
Oh, man, if you add that up, add the numbers.
18 point something
8,
million.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.2.
No, Marsh, I beg to, and government, and Barrow, if you are Mr. Transparent and Mr. Accountable, right?
And a fishing company, Barrow Infrastructure Limited.
Bill, right? I posted recently that Bill receives so much million, right? All the time. And all these figures are exaggerated. We are not getting buck for our monies. So what I want to say to the Belizean people now, and I'm going to take the time to really have us digest this morning, all right? And I can do this in just a few minutes. I recently posted, Brother Marsh, that when Barrow took over in 2008, and Brother Van, work with me, brother. 2008, the national external debt, right? The external debt for Belize was 1.3 billion. All right. Now,
under 1.3, it was 1.2 something.
Yeah, I put it at 1.3, just the closest estimate, 1.3 billion. But those were monies borrowed from the time we got independence in 81 to 2008.
I just want to, including that when the PUP took office in 1998, there was over $500 million, over $500 million in external debt at the time.
Yeah.
So
no, but I want to be fair to the process so we understand where we are. Out of that $1.3 billion debt that both the Esquivel and the PUP administrations, both UDP and PUP administrations created that debt. But look at what was accomplished. And I'm going to list a few and you guys help me because I know I don't have everything here. We have the Southern Highway was built. Nicely paved. Almost all the way to Punta Gorda. As a matter of fact,
15 miles short.
Yes, 15 miles short of the...
So it was about 180 odd miles.
The central bank was built. That 1.3 is in there. Card Houston was built. That 1.3 is also in there. All right? The Boom Bypass was built. The Orange Walk Bypass was built. Marine Parade was built. Water and electricity expansion across this country. Am I correct so far? All right? Placencia Road. Coastal Road was built. Think about it. Go a little farther now, Brother Marsh. How many schools were constructed? How many new classrooms are there? How many bridges were built down south, etc.?
That one, give you time, kind of a lot.
All right. I can't go through all of it.
Yeah, nothing.
No, let's go a little farther. How many houses were built across this country?
That's a question you want to answer?
Try. Let me see if you can.
Almost 10,000.
Almost 10,000 houses.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you put all that together, all that was accomplished.
But I want to remind you of something we never
mentioned. Yes.
NHI?
NHI was introduced.
Correct.
All right. So, if you put all that together, now guys, I really want us to be real. Put all that together, and it totals 1.3 million in debt. And Barrow...
Billion.
And Barrow comes out and calls this super bun. Super bun. All right, fine. Now, Mr. Barrow, since you took over, since you and your corrupt set, and I will use the word with no apologies, took over in
affordable broadband internet service. With Smart Unlimited broadband internet service, I get faster upload speeds than any other provider. And their service is wireless all the way to my studio. I didn't have to wait for any kind of infrastructural expansion, and it was quickly set up with the fastest and most reliable broadband internet service in Belize. With only the click of a send, my clients are grateful to me, and for that, I am grateful to Smart.